My name is Dr. Les Anderson. I'm a beef extension specialist at the University of Kentucky. I'd like to welcome you to the first episode of our new video timeline series entitled, I Bought a Farm. So now what? Often in extension, we get questions 2 or 3 times a week about how do I develop my farm? I just bought a piece of property. I need to make some money off of it, if nothing else, to pay the tax rate bill. And I'm stuck with not knowing what to do, how to develop the farm, how to make money off the farm. As a beef extension specialist, we get a lot of questions daily on how, with exact detail, do we go about trying to raise cattle on a farm that's fairly unfinished or new. So, what I have here and what's going to happen over the next year or so is we're going to take brief videos to show the development of a farm from basic and to something that hopefully will make us money. We're going to try to video every single decision. We're going to try to demonstrate everything that it takes to go from just a piece of land with some fence to something that's a functioning cattle operation that has an opportunity to make money. The farm that we're going to use is a privately owned farm, and the owner literally came to me and said, I need to make some money on this farm. If nothing else, I need to make enough money that I can pay the tax bills and demonstrate that this is something that has a plan to make money. And so, as we look out here, and I'm going to get out of the way, there's 33 acres in this property. You can see it behind. The property goes all the way to the tree line to the left, down to the point directly in front of the camera, down along the tree line behind the barn, back toward the road, and to that corner. The property does include this barn. Our goal then, and I'm sure the camera had some issues, but our goal is to take this relatively undeveloped property and find something in the cattle business that will help this owner make some money and maybe enjoy animal husbandry just a little bit. These videos will be largely unedited. A lot of it is going to be live, and the main reason for that is I want it to be as real as possible. We're going to try to do a lot of interviews. We're going to do interviews with industry professionals that are going to help us make our decisions. There'll be a little bit of just walking through cattle, seeing cattle, and talking about what's going on. But mainly, this is going to be as live and as real as we can, with the idea of the more real it is, the more people will be able to relate to what's going on. Right now, so this farm was purchased 2 to 3 years ago. Um, they partnered with a local cattleman to raise steers, and they lost money. Um, the next year, they decided to rent the pasture for hay. And in Kentucky, right now, it's about $30 to $35 per year per acre for pasture rent, either for hay or for cattle. And so on this 33 acres, we have about $1,000 potential income by cash renting the property. It's not enough. Doesn't pay the tax bill. Isn't a plan that that the farmer has for this operation to try to make money. And so this owner came to me asking for a plan to try to make more, just to see if it was possible. Okay. What we have out here, and I'm going to back up so that you can see it. This owner currently is allowing a neighbor to run 4 young bull calves out on this property. Again, it's 33 acres. It's not been fertilized. It has fences, but the fence is not perfect. Matter of fact, the fence on the back side there, straight away from the camera, gets a little bit rough there on the back side. But here toward the road and toward the neighbors' properties, it's a lot more modern and in a lot better shape. There are no working facilities whatsoever on the farm, and so part of this will be the rudimentary development and design and construction of a cattle handling facility in the barn. We're going to utilize as many of the resources in Kentucky as possible to answer the questions we need to grow and develop a business plan and a plan of operation for the farm. So our first decision that we have to make is, what are we going to do? Okay. Right now, today's March 27th, 2020. And if you guys are viewing this relatively quickly, you understand that we're in the middle of the coronavirus global pandemic. And so this is a one-man operation for this video today. In this situation, with the economy in flux, with the cattle markets still at the downside of the cattle cycle, it's probably not a great idea to think about purchasing steers, putting weight on steers through grazing, and then selling steers either this fall or next winter. Really, what I would like to do, what I think makes the most sense for us for this operation, is to find something where we can utilize the grass, we can grow the cattle, but we can delay the marketings long enough that perhaps we're going to get away from some of the current market depression that we're experiencing throughout the world in every commodity. And we want to do everything that we can to add value to these cattle. So, what we've chosen to do right now is to explore the development of heifers and marketing those heifers as breeding stock. So, as we go through these decisions, we are going to look at the economic impact, or the budgeting of whether or not we should run a heifer development system. We're going to look at the facilities and everything that's needed for heifer development. And when we get to when we get to the decision to make or break whether we're going to do a heifer development operation here, whether we're going to buy heifers and develop them in, we'll have all that on video. Great to see you today. Hopefully we'll see you for episode 2. It should be coming out pretty soon. Thank you.